children between 7 to 14 years old, children who have reached a level of maturity, who are allowed to engage in specific resistance training activity with free weight or any exercise device machine in facilities designed for use of adult and adolescent. Next point is it must be individually assessed. Awak tak boleh buat macam klien biasa. Awak bagi lepas je buat, tak boleh. Individually assessed. Awak jaga seorang sahaja. And the last point is greater degree of instruction and supervision. And at the age of children over 14 years old, you are allowed to engage a specific resistance training activity with free weight or any exercise device machine in facilities designed for use of adult and adolescent, and it must be greater degree of instruction and supervision. Now we go to resistance training safety guideline for children. The first point is perform exercise in full range of motion. Next point is perform multi-joint exercise as opposed to single joint. Avoid repetitive use of maximal amount of weight. Second last point is exercise must not be performed to near or severe muscle fatigue. And the last one is limit strength training 2 times per week. Next slide is resistance training and older adult. Power versus strength. Which one is more important? The answer is both of it are important because bila awak nak dapat power, you must have strength. Dan kalau awak ada strength sahaja pun, awak mesti kena ada power untuk awak lift weight tu, angkat weight tu. And then, for older adult, memang strength dia penting, tapi daily life dia perlukan power untuk angkat barang. So, the answer is both are important. According to ACSM 2000, it states that exercise strategies, high velocity training, should design to increase muscle power. The first point there, it states that leg power is more important than strength for performing daily activity, macam yang saya cakap tadi. However, participant need to develop general strength prior to power training. Sebab bila kita cakap pasal power, kita kena convert strength ke power. Baru kita dapat power. Same goes to strength. It not just, okay, older adult, it is important. Same goes to us. Kita pun sama juga. Contoh, saya cakap awak boleh angkat half squat 200 kg. Dari mana awak nak dapat power untuk lift, starting untuk lift half squat 200 kg tu? Mesti awak perlukan power. Tapi power tu taklah banyak. Cukup untuk starting sahaja. Next slide is potential benefit resistance training to older adult. First point is improve muscular strength. Next point is improve power. Next is prevent falls. Next is improve mobility. And the last one is decrease depression. Next slide is resistance training safety guideline for older adult. Number one is increase warm-up time. For example, kamu biasa buat warm-up 10 minutes, but for older adult, it must more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes ke. Next is increase rest period. For example, you do for endurance training. Endurance training should be less than 30 seconds. Tapi for older adult, you can go for 2 minutes to 3 minutes per set. Next is progress slowly. Then is perform multi-joint exercise. Next is use weight machine as to free weight machine. As to free weight. Maksud dia adalah pakai mesin sebab dia control ROM. Mesin dia control ROM awak. And then the weight that he or she lift, dia tak direct kena kepada klien awak, kepada older adult. And then perform the exercise in a pain-free RM sebab tu kena pakai weight machine. And then no ballistic movement, no bouncing movement. And the last one, proper breathing technique. Please avoid Valsalva maneuver, especially for older adult. Common misconception on resistance training. This is our last slide. Point number one is more muscle bound and less flexible. Ramai orang cakap bila muscle dia terlalu besar, dia akan less flexible. Tak. Jawapan dia tak. Unless kalau dia tak buat flexibility training. Dia tak buat warm up, tak buat cooling down especially. Baru dia become less flexible. And then next one is women will become masculine. Of course not, because women have more estrogen rather than testosterone. Next is uncoordination and slow movement. Sama juga macam first point sana. If your client or your athlete do coordination training, dia takkan hilang koordinasi. And then next point is no pain no gain. No pain no gain ni sebenarnya itu sekadar ayat sahaja to increase your motivation toward training. Tapi tak bermaksud kalau awak injured during training, you still want to go for training. Tak. Please. If you got some pain, please stop your training. Have some rest and then you go back to your training. And then second last point is resistance training not effective in building cardiovascular fitness. The answer is resistance training also increase your CV fitness. Why? Sebab bila awak, when we talk about CV fitness, it's about your heart. Increase your heart rate training zone. Ingat previous topic. And then when we go for resistance training, of course it will increase your heart rate. Bila increase your heart rate, when you achieve your training zone, awak akan increase your CV fitness also. And the last point is you need more time to perform resistance training. Ramai orang cakap pergi gym ambil masa 2 jam. Siapa cakap? Paling senang saya bagi contoh. Awak buat Tabata 5 minit satu set. Minimum buat 2 set 10 minit ya buat for resistance training. For Tabata. Jadi tak ada istilah you need more time for resistance training. And I want to add on more here on common misconception on resistance training. When we talk about resistance training, your training program it not work as fit for all. Saya ulang, it not work as fit for all. Maksud dia adalah training program saya bagi dengan Ali, tak semestinya Ali boleh pakai training program saya. Training program Ali bagi dengan saya, tak semestinya saya boleh pakai training program Ali. Why? Sebab depend on your athlete. Depend dengan diri awak. Maksud dari sini, it depend on your body type. When we talk about body type, there are 3 type of body type. Ectomorph, mesomorph, and the last one is endomorph. Depend on these 3 body type, ectomorph terlalu kurus, mesomorph body yang sederhana, and the last one is endomorph is body yang berisi sikit, gemuk lah dalam erti kata lain. Depend on your body type, you create your training program. Contoh, endomorph badan yang berisi, they must focus more on endurance. Ectomorph kurus, they must focus on strength. Okay, that is number 1. Next is about your training program. You must go for endurance first, and then you go for hypertrophy, and then you go for strength, and the last one is you go for power. Please follow the flow. Tak ada istilah nak pergi hypertrophy teruslah, nak besarkan muscle, increase in muscle size. Tak, you must do endurance first. Ya, awak boleh lift berat, tapi either your joint support tak untuk awak lift weight yang berat tu. Same goes to power. You want to develop power, you must have strength before you develop power. And my last point here is, when we talk about resistance training, ada banyak mazhab. Ada yang cakap, saya bagi contoh. Ada yang cakap kena buat macam ni. Kena training 4 minggu, dah beri kesan. Atau training 8 minggu yang ada kesan. Atau training 6 minggu yang ada kesan. So, boleh kita argue pasal benda ni. Kenapa dulu saya dengar cakap 6 minggu training? Kenapa dulu saya dengar cakap 4 minggu training. Ya, sebab dia ada mazhab yang berbeza-beza. It depend on us, kita nak follow yang mana. But according to this note, ikutlah notes ni dulu. Nanti awak ada ilmu baru, tukar balik. Check balik yang mana satu yang sesuai awak nak follow. So mazhab dia banyak-banyak. Tak ada istilah ni betul ni salah. Tak. Okay. I think that's all for today class. Thank you. See you when I see you.